Is my mic on? Okay.
Welcome into the Recipe Podcast, Celebrity Secrets to a Successful Life. I'm your host, Chef Charles Carroll. What a great day, what a great show I have for you today. This is the Recipe Unplugged. And Monica, you look like things aren't working right now. Is it working? Huh?
It's just like going crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's because we're going crazy today.
Okay.
This is going to be a crazy day. That's why it's, so at least it's working, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So here we are. This is the Unplugged show, and this is the one that we have our in-house comedian, A.D.
Roll with me.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm blessed.
Yeah, man. You get the red hat on, the B+.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you a B+ person?
Yes, I am. I'm B+ right now.
Man, you're smoking me.
I'm waiting on the A, very much so. I'm B+ because I was fired this week. I'm cool
Oh.
though.
B for
Red
blood.
means stoplight right now. Red doesn't mean stoplight right
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, all right. Let's touch on that in a bit here, Monica. So the computer's going, you're doing good, and you got here in a reasonable time, no traffic.
Yeah, no traffic today.
Really?
It was good, yeah.
Life is good today.
It is.
And then we're going to
So
our
far.
workplace to bang out some stuff
And then it's going to be bad.
in a happily manner. We're going to do some good. Jay, you got here and things are. You've been absent, Monica. Have you been docking his time, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Huh?
That 1099
Yeah.
took $1,200 out of my
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That one. Yeah. We'll adjust it.
tax return.
You got your mic on? Because it's not working over here. I don't know what, huh? Jesus Christ. All right, so Jay's in,
Discombobulated.
yeah, so he's doing good. He's complaining, so he's feeling good.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and Aaron, you got things under control over there?
Yeah, I think so. I've got I haven't really looked at these videos.
Well,
but
don't
it looks
touch them
like,
yet. We'll
okay.
call them up as we
All
need
right,
them. Don't.
Yeah, sure.
I want to surprise everybody, so we never know what we're gonna do on this show. So AD, let's get back to what happened to you, bro. What happened to you?
Disagreements.
A disagreement. But you just got this job, didn't you?
Yeah, right. Cause how you gonna? Yeah, I felt uncomfortable with you trying to announce a black man being terminated. So I'm gonna talk about my own termination. It was just some disagreements in the workplace that I thought was worked out.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But comedy though, I stepped up.
Yeah,
Like,
copy
you know,
that. So I'm gonna get into that too. But so what place was it? Can we talk about this?
Yeah, it's a place called Underground. I ain't gonna get a first word up because
Yeah.
it's gonna look bad. But I'm gonna go to Underground to, as a shout out to Harriet Tubman and everything.
So it's what kind of is it?
They assemble septic tanks.
Septic tanks.
Yeah, septic
Okay. What
tanks.
was your job there?
Parts coordinator.
Parts coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So was your coordination a little off or what?
It
happened?
was. I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention too hard. I was like, oh, this shit is easy. So, you know how we did. I just free balled in that thing. And just let loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of was feeling myself, and then
They caught you on camera.
not yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't no sex offender. There ain't no sex offender joke because people will be looking for me after this. You gotta be careful. But I was just chilling too hard, or I guess just took it too easy.
Yeah.
And they let me go.
Well, you got to be careful with septic tanks, right? Because if you don't assemble them correctly,
Oh, shit
you could
gets
really-
everywhere.
Yeah.
I know.
I think that was part of the problem.
Yeah, that was.
that's the reason you get experts to do it. You
Oh,
don't do it
yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah.
So
But they got him.
how were you a? You said you were an inspector.
Nah, parts coordinator.
Parts coordinator. So tell us about that. What's that qualification? What do you have to do?
So basically, I just inventoried everything, and
It's like Pam.
Coordinate the parts.
Okay.
And just, if somebody from the assembly line needed a part, I made sure I noted it and got them the part. It was just simple shit.
How do you mess that up?
I know. Man, my piss was dirty. That's what happened. Let me just tell the truth.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Too much weed.
All right.
They was like, "Hey, go take the test."
Well,
you
they
know?
do. Oh, it was a random thing, or you started work before the drug test?
I started work before the drug test.
Oh shit! Oh, that's backwards.
It was. But
Bro,
it was
there's
cool.
kits out for that. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't
Did it
have the
not
money
work?
at the time. No, I was work.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
have the money. When you transitioning job, you don't have the money. But that tax return. See, this how God worked. The tax return hit, the check from my old job hit, and then I got paid from them the very next week. Mind you, this happened right after Valentine's Day.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, that was shitty because that Thursday, the day before Valentine's Day, I lost my wallet.
Damn.
Yeah, boy. But see, the Mexicans found it and brought it to my house.
What?
They real, boy. They were real. He didn't speak not a lick of English, but he made Atrel. I was like, yeah, that's me, bro. What's up? So I had pulled a 20 because, you know, you can't, you got to use the little code. Shout out to Wells Fargo. You know, use the little code to put in the ATM so you can get some money out. I pulled a 20, and when he brought my wallet back, I gave him the 20 I got out the at the ATM.
Well, I tell you, that doesn't happen very often, huh?
Nah,
nowadays?
they don't. It's some good people in this world. Boy, I was so scared of my Social Security being stolen. Ooh, like identity theft is real.
Yeah,
Next to
man.
human trafficking, that shit is getting real, bruh.
I've had stuff stolen, and I have my identity stolen. I've actually had like one of my bank accounts emptied. It wasn't, you know, a lot of, but they emptied it out, and within 3 days, but that wasn't. And I'm not worried too much about that because the bank always fixes that shit, and the credit cards fix that stuff. But it's the idea that you got to start all over again, right?
Yeah.
You got to go get another license. You got to close all your credit cards out, and then you got to and then they put a freeze on everything, and then you go to try to. It just is so disruptive. It's not about the $100 or the whatever the money is. It's about the whole process of starting all over again, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But I tell you, I was in a parking lot one time. I don't know if I told the story recently or not, but I was waiting for my wife to come back in the car, and I see this car come screeching up right next to the dumpster, right next to the store. This car goes screeching up, going too fast. Guy jumps out, throws a briefcase into the dumpster, and gets back in. They rip off. I'm thinking that shit don't look right. You know, and so I'm gonna go over and check that out. So I went over to the dumpster and looked in there, and there's a brand new looking briefcase. It actually is identical to the one I have. It's like a roller bag. So I said that ain't right. So I reached in there and grabbed it, and I pulled it out, and there's all kinds of papers in there and all kinds of shit. And so I found that there's a identification card on there, and I called the person, and I said, hey, I found your bag today. I said, I don't know. I told him the story, and. Pretty sure that wasn't you. I'm guessing that wasn't you. And no. And so I said, well, look, come by my workplace anytime, and I'll give it to you. So I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, right? And the person will be real happy to get the bag back. There's all kinds of important papers in there. Person came by and grabbed the bag. Thanks a lot. And walks off, and that was it. I'm like, what, bro? He doesn't thank me. He doesn't say, hey, this is this crazy. None of that. He grabbed the bag and left. I was like, that son of a bitch.
The one that threw it away and you found it and gave it back to him.
Yeah. I climbed the dumpster to get it for him.
Look, you still did God's work and called him and did the right thing. He just the one that had a shitty day. Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, he probably got his window smashed.
Damn it, this dude's giving me my stuff back.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of it.
Anyway, Aaron, how about your week, man? Was your week all right? You didn't get fired, did you?
No, I'm still employed.
Yeah.
We took a week off from the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. So it's
and,
actually been 2 weeks, right?
I've been.
No, 1 week.
1 week.
It's the 21st.
Been
No,
2
it's
weeks.
the 22nd,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. 1 week.
What do you mean? What do you mean 1 week? We weren't here last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
That's
took a week
only
off.
1 week off.
Yeah, it's 1 week off.
Are you a
but
math teacher?
I haven't seen you guys for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Well, no,
Okay.
you was here
My
when,
point.
when Chef Eunice was here.
We haven't. Yeah, that was 14 days ago.
That's what I'm saying. But that was been a week. Oh, come on now. You
14 days. That's 2 weeks. Anyway, go ahead. You're the educator.
Yeah. All right. So, last weekend, I went on a little field trip with the kids. We went to Harvard, in Boston.
What?
Yeah. So, they invited me for the debate tournament, which was pretty cool. Harvard hosts a debate tournament where they
Harvard invited you for the debate tournament.
Well, they invited all these high schools,
Oh.
and I was one of the high schools was there, and so, I was one of the chaperones. So the way it works is, if your high school wants to participate in a debate tournament, you have to send a judge to help judge the other schools, right? So they sent me, since I have a little bit of experience judging debate tournaments,
Wow.
and then I was also able to be there as a chaperone to make sure that the kids were okay. Make sure they don't get lost and stuff like that. And,
No, the word chaperone. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's what it's called. I was a chaperone, I was a judge, and then what else did I do? Oh, they put me in charge of the medication, so I had to make sure I dispense the right medicines to each kid.
Really?
At the right times of the day.
Do you skim off the top a little bit?
No, there wasn't anything.
Nothing good, huh?
Nothing good.
Damn.
Man.
So-
no hydrocodone, none.
No. So
None? Okay.
I just had. So it was the weekend just flew by, but it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I mean, we stayed at a pretty nice hotel. It was like a Hyatt with good breakfast.
How many
I mean,
kids? How many kids?
I think there were about 40.
You got your own room?
And just you?
No, I mean I had my own room, and then there was
And you decided not to holler at any co-eds.
and there was the debate teacher herself who was there, who's actually in charge of them, and then
She's single.
a couple parents.
Was she
and,
fine? Why you not? See, you not giving up the good part. You gonna talk about these damn kids?
No,
These
no,
kids,
no. Wait a
man.
minute. This is the girl that didn't she have a crush on you? Didn't she like you or send you some food one time?
No, why? Who's
Oh,
that?
no. You told us a story about some
Somebody who
teacher.
sent me food?
Monica, isn't that right? Wasn't there a teacher that liked him or something?
No, they liked the food that he brought, the salad.
No, but there was more of a story to that. That's right. And
Well, I
then-
mean, I've brought food to school before.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
like,
this-
for
this-
They
example,
all like
I was-
ask questions.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
this-
think anybody
What
likes
is
me.
it?
this
because of it.
particular teacher had a shine on you. That's what I remember.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even remember that. You gotta tell me who this teacher is.
All right, so let's get back.
Back to the debate
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah. So was she fine? She,
What do you mean?
Was she single lady?
No, she's not single. She's like a mom. She's married.
Okay.
And she got kids and stuff. She's
Okay.
older than me.
Does that
Were,
matter
were
to
you ever nervous? Are you ever nervous like traveling with 40 high school kids, man? I mean, all the shit that they're doing today in Boston and all that shit. That's a lot of.
No, I mean, I will say that there were some. First of all, not all students are created equal, right? I mean, some of them are really dependable. You can count on them. They're quality kids.
The
Some
others
of them-
can't get out of their
and
own
some
way.
of them aren't, right?
Yeah.
So
Were there any scandals?
no, I mean, so we had a really good group of
No
students, like really
sneakings.
good quality,
They're probably-
really good quality kids. The ones that you can trust, the ones that you can say like, look, we're in Boston.
Trust to
You
put
can
on
go-
a condom.
You can go around town, whatever, and hang out, and then just come back and meet us at the meeting place. So that's kind of how.
Oh, in high school, that's what they did. I went to a culinary competition in Waco, and the teacher like let them out and stuff. And so for some reason they wanted to get into the water, and they drowned.
What?
Students, yeah. It
In
was during
your
the
class?
competition. No, it was from a different school, but it's like it affected the competition. We
Oh,
had to
yeah, sure.
stop, and like a whole bunch of stuff started happening, and yeah, it was pretty sad.
Damn. So who
But it's
number
like-
you got after that?
I
That's
was
messed
competing,
up.
man.
Go ahead.
What kind of competition was this?
Culinary.
Cooking.
Cooking.
Oh.
See?
So nothing freaked out. No, nobody freaked out about flying for the first time, or nobody got too
No,
drunk or anything
everything
like that.
everything went really smooth.
That's good.
Smoothly. I mean, normally you have to be really careful about. You have to be strict, but here we just counted on them to show up where they need to show up and do their own thing and just.
Were they competing?
Yeah, they were all
Okay.
competing in these tournaments, and they were
Was it
competing
nationals?
against. No, so it's just I mean, it's a national tournament. Like there are schools from all over the Northeast and schools from Florida and stuff like that.
And you were judging.
And
Yeah,
I
it
was judging.
it was
You're a big
national
shot, bro.
competition then.
Was that?
National competition.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, I was.
When I was in debate, it was in Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, I know Harvard hosts this tournament every year, and then Yale has a tournament, and then different universities have tournaments, and it's cool because you're on the campus of Harvard, right? And
Yeah,
you're
sure,
judging, and,
yeah.
And I'd imagine that they have like a multi-billion-dollar fund, right? A endowment fund or whatever, but their internet sucked.
Hmm.
Like, I really thought Harvard would have better internet. Because the way the judging works is you have an iPad and you log in and you have to submit the thing.
Yeah.
And I mean there were some people coming from like really fancy schools like Chaminade from Long Island and Regis and then all this. And then there were some kids coming from like charter schools like in really poor places, and then they'd compete against each other.
So did you call bullshit on any of the any of the competition, on any of the debates?
On the arguments,
You
yeah.
tell
I mean,
them
so you really have to pay attention to the arguments that they're making and
Politically based.
Yeah,
whatever.
okay. So what they were talking about was universal basic income, UBI, which is the idea is, and this came from Andrew Yang when he was still running for president. The idea is right now we have like a welfare state where we have like 70 different programs. We have SNAP and we have Medicare. And we have all these different things that give people money for certain things. Like here's money for your health care. Here's money for your food. Here's public housing. Here's all these things. And what if we replaced all that, got rid of all that, and just replaced it with a universal basic income, meaning everybody in the United States gets whatever $2,000 a month or $1,000 a month.
Hate it.
Hated
and
it.
The reason people would support it is because first of all, it costs a lot of money to run these welfare programs because you have to hire people, they have to go to people's houses, and they have to check to make sure that everybody's doing the right thing and that they're spending money on the right food or whatever. But if you just gave everybody a check across the board, you wouldn't have to do that. You would just give everybody a check. You wouldn't have to hire people to do that. And people could spend that money on whatever they want.
Sounds like socialism.
Isn't that right?
Well, no, the system we have right now is socialism, right? Where free public education, free health care for millions of Americans, free food for millions of Americans who are on SNAP, and then like 60 other things. Like that's socialism, right?
You talking about currently right now?
Yeah.
We living in the world of socialism?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the situation?
No. So first of all,
Thank you, Jay.
Nothing is purely capitalist or purely socialist, right? There's elements of both.
Right.
So like for example, public education is socialism, right? I mean, it's you're giving someone something for free. Same thing with food stamps. That's a form of socialism. Same thing. I mean, there's
Hold on, wait, whoa.
But regardless, you have to like qualify.
You
for
have
it,
to
don't
qualify for that.
It's
though.
still socialism, whether you have to qualify for it or not. I mean,
Wouldn't it be like everyone just get it in general?
That's
No,
what
no.
In a
Well,
way, you
shit
set
comes-
a standard for everybody.
so
Yeah,
socialism
like the
is
same
giving
for everyone.
No, socialism is giving people something according to what they need, right? So deciding the government decides this person needs this, so we're going to give it to them. This person needs that, we're going to give it to them.
Out of my taxes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, out of somebody
Just
else's
yours.
taxes.
Yeah, like a lot out of mine.
So you sort of well, anyway, so universal basic income, in a way, that's a form of socialism, right? Because you're right. I mean, you're taking money from like the rich people, and from really everybody. You're taxing everybody, and then you're distributing money across the board. But the idea is, by doing this, people will be more likely to start a business. I mean, that's the argument. That's what the debate's about. Of course, nobody can really agree on it, which is the whole reason we have a debate.
Right.
And what's really cool about the debate is that the students walk into the room, and the students have to do this debate like 6 or 7 times, and then they make it to the playoffs or whatever they called it. And so each time they walk into a room for a debate, they don't know which side they're arguing on. Are they
Flip a coin.
right? So they flip a coin and then they say, "All right, so now you're in favor
Shit.
of universal basic income." And so immediately the students have to pull up on their computer they're pro universal basic income. And then if they flip the coin, they lose, or they get the other thing, then it's like, oh, you're arguing against universal basic income.
A lot of these
So,
kids turn into lawyers.
I think so. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's the whole point.
Not problem.
That's a dream many of them have, is that they're
You don't want to lie for the rest of your
So-
life. I think that's what it is.
So Monica, you were a good debater. I could see that.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But there's also like acting in debate as well. Like there's some competitions where you act, and I did a lot of that as well.
like humorous interpretation and
Yeah. Or
Some-
DI.
yeah.
It was some fine girls. Like when I went to high school and I had went to a debate tournament, it was a lot of fun. They had something for dance, acting, debate.
Yeah, they did have dance.
But it was a lot of smart girls.
What committee were you on, bro?
I was on debate.
Debate?
Debate was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was cool. I was a volunteer that day. I ain't really do nothing. I just kind of saw what it was about because I was doing theater at the time. So I just pulled up. I wanted to do dramatic interpretation, but I was a lot more self-conscious then. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Well,
I'm
speaking
straight.
about acting and all that, did any of you guys watch the Oscars?
No, but I'm very happy. My boy won Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Oh, I didn't watch
Crazy.
that movie.
You didn't?
I don't really like the Joker and Batman and all of them.
I didn't see the.
I don't like DC.
No, okay, I
In
believe
general.
it. Okay, because some DC movies
like
do
Marvel.
suck. I can understand.
That movie didn't really have anything to do with DC, right? It
Just in general,
There
like the
was
fact
no-
that the character,
yeah.
But see,
from that.
it's the story of the character that made me. Because I was like, I always wondered to know about the Joker and the fact that they created an origin story.
But
that's
they've
what I was
made
interested in.
movies about the Joker.
As him going against Batman, but this is strictly like why he is who he is.
Isn't the Joker supposed to be a genius?
But
though?
I feel like
Mm-mm.
In the movie, this guy's a
in that
moron.
movie, he was a
No,
completely
see,
different
and
character.
that's the thing. That's why you have to watch it because it's not about him being a moron. It's about the
An illness.
about an illness and
Yeah.
it's
But he's supposed to be an evil genius. He's supposed to like
Mm-mm.
in The Dark Knight. The
That's
guy's
what I'm saying.
brilliant.
He's like a completely different,
Different
person.
person.
though.
That's
like,
why you gotta watch it.
That story was he was like a
madman.
the
completely different
backstory.
character,
Yeah, the backstory was crazy because the laugh is an illness and like it's things that he would say on how it just his explanation like he was trying to do the right thing and be the right person, but the system had really let him down for so long, and the life that he was living was a complete lie to a point where he snapped. and he understood it.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, that's what made it so great. And the ending was like a good punch. It was just a great movie, man.
Did you hear his acceptance speech?
I heard the one from the British Oscars that he did.
No,
like
I'm talking about
overseas.
the Oscars one here. I thought it was amazingly acted out. It was brilliantly delivered, but some of the shit he said in there was freaking ridiculous.
Oh, you know,
crazy,
all actors trying to.
Yeah. I get it. I hate that part of it. I think it's starting. A lot of people are starting to like dislike the award ceremony because everybody has a soapbox to stand on.
Mm-hmm.
But he starts talking about being a vegan or being a vegetarian. And did you see it?
No, that's funny.
You should pull it up. It's too long though. It's actually like 4 or 5 minutes. But he gets into how we steal the baby of the calf away from the cow, and we smack him over the head, and we.
What does that have to do with the movie?
Nothing.
Every actor is basically using their platform, like when they win something, using the platform to say something.
It's like, bro, you're talking about being a vegetarian. You just won the biggest
Like
award in the
Lizzo.
whole fucking thing. Goddamn.
And shout out to Spike Lee for the Kobe fit. Shout out to Spike. I had to go ahead and show him love real quick.
Yeah.
Black History Month.
Almost over.
Almost over, man.
Yeah.
What's
Shout
your
out
favorite Spike Lee movie?
Do the Right Thing. Malcolm X, obviously.
Have you seen 25th Hour?
I have not seen 25th
Oh, that's
Hour.
an amazing
Bamboozled. I seen Bamboozled. That was really good.
Okay.
Um,
It's a Spike Lee joint.
That's a Spike Lee joint. I like that. I love that. And I never seen She's Gotta Have It, but I have a problem with She's Gotta Have It. It's a woman thing. Women would think I'm just being what's the word they call it? Sexist.
I actually use that word a lot.
You're sexist. Like, I don't believe, like, sometimes, like, for the child, for a long time, I believe there was no such thing as a female superhero. Like, Wonder Woman, she was cool to me. But
She was, yeah.
what was the chick from the little vampire movie, Underworld?
I don't know. The only other I'm thinking about Catwoman.
Resident Evil, the chick from Alice from Resident Evil.
The Bionic Woman.
I never
Captain
thought
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I didn't even watch her movie. She didn't look interesting at all.
A lot of female superhero movies don't do that well. Like,
But Wonder Woman, I liked that
Yeah,
one.
Wonder
actually.
Woman, yeah,
that
that
one was a
was-
really good story.
but see, Wonder Woman been here forever. All these new females, like Black Widow. Who knew Black Widow could stay alive through all that? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. Like, some of that shit to me would be like too unreal.
But like everyone else died who had actual superpowers.
That's fair. I was like, man, I guess to y'all that's fair, whatever. But yeah, people will call me sexist behind that. But whatever.
Well, I could see that. Did you see the what's her name, Chrissy Metz? You know Chrissy Metz from what's the name of that TV show? I can't remember that, but she's the really big woman, and she sang a song during the Oscars. I have a clip of it.
Okay.
This Is Us.
Not Lizzo.
No, not Lizzo. Lizzo ain't that
No,
big.
that's Chrissy Metz.
Yeah, she is.
This woman is big.
Somebody's into her smothering them.
So,
And that's a new thing now, the new fetish with people like getting smothered by big women.
really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fat, huh? Well,
Oh man, that's a big gal.
she's a big woman. So, and she's on the hit TV show right now, This Is Us. And the show does really, really good. She's great.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah.
She's a pretty big girl though.
Pretty big. I mean, she's one of the biggest one of the biggest people I've ever seen.
Long as she ain't on my 600-pound life, that's okay. She's doing all right with life.
I bet she's pushing 5.
Hey, 450, because she's tall.
I don't know. So this is I have a couple things. First of all, I mean, so you can shut that out before they dock us and don't let us play this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So, I mean, she's a great actress too, and she's on This Is Us, and now there's this huge movement for big women, right?
Right.
That it's cool
As
to
it
be
should
big.
be.
Yeah, it's a big woman, and then it's cool to be big. But I'm gonna backtrack now. But right after this, I'm watching the Oscars. Right, everybody else went to bed, and so it was. I'm like an hour. I don't know. I'm 30 minutes. I'm pulling it back. It was. What am I trying to say? I'm 30 minutes behind. My wife saved it or something, so I'm watching it. And she comes on, and I'm looking on the phone and on Twitter or on Instagram, and they said, "Hey, because Chrissy sang, does does that mean the Oscars are over?
Aww.
I thought
get it.
I thought it was funny, bro. It's funny.
I mean, it's cool.
It's
you know, it's a
funny.
little big girl joke, and ain't nothing wrong with
Well,
that.
she was there at the beginning, right?
It was like halfway through. It was like halfway through.
Okay.
And on the trailer, it's like, wait, what? Is it over?
Aw.
See, they not ready for big girls to take over.
No,
See,
but it being a
not
comic, I'm gonna talk about this because you know some of my favorite comics, you know, and some of the shows I listen to. You can joke about stuff because
Right.
if it's a joke, right?
Right.
And you're not being
You're not meaning no harm
You're not
by
meaning
it.
any harm by it. So I always have a hard time trying to understand that line of is
When
it
you're
okay
going
to
too
say it or
far.
not? You know, even when you're talking about anything, you know, religion or black or white or Hispanic or anything or someone who's overweight wins the line.
There is a line though, especially when it comes to race and religion. There's a line. Like I like to play with religion. I think sometimes that's funny. I was just thinking of a Michael Vick joke before I got here. Michael Vick and dog fighting.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, and I know that joke is gonna piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
But-
Animal activists are fucking crazy.
But see, the thing is, look. Let's see if the line is drawing right here.
All right.
Anybody who's a dog lover make some noise.
Yeah, I'm dog liver.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now,
I like dogs.
I know some people don't like Michael Vick about what he did, and y'all don't want to forgive him, right? But let's say in another world, Michael Vick had a fair competition with these dogs doing all types of tricks and obstacle courses, right?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
And hold on, wait.
Okay,
Hold on, dude.
okay.
Here's where it comes. And the losing dog gets shot. Y'all would call that competition, wouldn't y'all?
Why would the
It's like the Hunger
See?
Games.
Why'd you have to shoot him?
See, thank you. See, that's what I said. That's why y'all gotta forgive. Forgiveness is key.
No, I mean,
Rooster fighting.
yeah. I mean, I don't have, you know, I don't have a thing against Michael Vick. Whatever happened with him, he did his time, and you know, I'm over that. So I don't know.
Still a lot of people pissed at
Oh,
Michael
sure.
Vick,
I
though.
mean, the animal
People
activists
just
as well.
love to be mad.
One of the loudest people.
When he paid those dogs a lot, like he gave them a big settlement.
Man.
Like those dogs are living on like a property somewhere. They have like full-time
They
caretakers.
all dead. You know they
No,
all
no, he's got
dead.
some dogs
It's
that still-
16 years ago. Them
Oh.
dogs is dead. Come on now.
So
Oh, in heaven.
So back to Chrissy though. Anyway, I thought that was a classy
It was.
joke. I mean, not classy. I wasn't classy about it, but I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
It was hinted humor. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to her though, well, the one thing I don't understand, and you know, I'm okay with you know, more power to whoever it is, right? When, and in giving the if there's heavier women, we need to give them courage, or God bless you for being hard working. She's a great actress. All of that, I'm supportive of all that. But where I worry about it, here's a woman that has probably everything at her fingertips as far as resources, right?
Absolutely.
I'm worried about her health. I mean, she is a freaking
Yeah.
really big woman. Why isn't someone trying to help her? Why doesn't she want to help herself?
I mean, sometimes it's like a sickness or something.
Yeah.
They literally just like are overweight. Like that's how they are.
I think it always can be anxiety too. You know, anxiety can bring the worst out of people.
No, that's true too. But and I have something to say about that too. But here's a woman that you would think has all the resources in the world, right? And her heart's not going to
Because
help.
she was born that way. That's why.
I don't want to see her mom, but
And
anyway.
you gotta and I think part of what we're learning to do as a society is accept people for.
Yeah, but then like
But true,
people
like
do
you
stuff
said, it's
like
a
that
line.
where they're like, you know, like obviously they have health issues and like it's okay
No,
for
she
them
seemed
to
healthy
be like
me.
that.
She's just a little bigger than a normal person, you know. I don't know. If she
Oh,
has-
how do you
Okay,
know
so
she's
she's
not gonna
healthy?
run a
What if she's
marathon,
like,
but-
you know,
But
like
if she was driving a Prius,
yeah.
Oh.
and you know it's leaning a little bit too much to
That's
the
not.
left,
It wouldn't be good for the Prius. It would be for the health of the Prius, but I mean for.
you ain't gonna be a good friend and be like, hey man, you know, you can have a salad today. Like that was your coworker. You ain't gonna say, hey man, you know, we could eat some fruit. You want to take a walk?
No, but it's
No,
more
I'd
than
be
that.
like, let's go to Cold Stone. I'm paying.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something though. I have a friend who's an expert, and I know I would put my life savings on to say that he could help her lose 50 pounds by the end of this year. I know it for a fact.
She could lose 50 pounds in a week.
Right, she
when
could.
you're
But
that
see,
big.
but that,
So why isn't
Yeah.
why isn't she
Surgery.
worried? Her legs aren't going to hold up. Her ankles or knees or nothing's going to hold up.
joints are probably, like-
and her heart is not going to hold up.
Now, see, that's the part that you worry about her health. That's
what I kept
understand.
saying, like,
it's
yeah.
it's the understand the part of the health, and you know. But this what makes me go back to the Nutty Professor, the Eddie Murphy joint, where no, everybody ain't got to be skinny. You know, supposed to be big, small, medium. We supposed to be all that.
I'm not talking about trying to fit her into a bikini. I'm talking about her health.
Oh no,
I'm concerned about her.
Let them die how they want to. I'm just saying that's
okay
how
too.
they want to. They just sometimes people just feel like just dying the side that they are. Like even like one time, I remember my old lady telling me. She said I was much happier, not much happier, but sometimes I had a certain confidence when I was a little bit bigger. I mean, she dropped the weight still, but she was like, I had a certain confidence, like you couldn't tell me shit type of moment. And maybe I thought that was just her being a woman, but no, that just how seriously, like certain women at a certain point, they just comfortable who they are. And as like Aaron was talking about acceptance, and even when she first sat up there, I was like, shit, it's some dude that's gonna want to be smothered by her, wanting her like that. Even if they say, hey, go eat a pork chop for me, that's sexy, and then it's terrible for her heart. She gonna do it. If somebody's accepting her eating a whole piece of cornbread and pouring milk on herself, and somebody accepts it, we gonna talk about it, but hey, somebody love it.
I'm not knocking any of that, and it's just that I'm fucking legitimately concerned about her health. She's not gonna. I don't think she'll.
You're just jealous. You know how hard it would be for you to gain 200 pounds? No, seriously. If I said, I'll give you $1 million if you can gain 200 pounds. You know how hard that would be? Like I'm trying to get.
And like you said, her resource. All you gotta do is stick a needle in her ass and just.
I can gain weight, but you know what's really hard is I can gain 10 pounds pretty quick, but to take 3 off it's really hard for me. You know what?
Boxers' bodies are cool where they can like gain and lose it like really quick.
Yeah, I'm working hard right now to, I'm working hard right now in the gym. You know what another thing that fucking eats at me? I was telling you about this the other day, Monica, is we have these screenings at work sometimes, and this lady, they could do your blood and they do your pulse and they do all these tests for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Biometric.
Yeah, biometric. And then at the end of the 30 minutes, they'll hold up this paper and said, okay, your heart seems to be pretty good, and then your blood is blah blah blah, and but you're overweight. You could stand to lose some weight. And I'm thinking, bitch, look at you. I mean, how can they say that with a straight face?
Yeah, that's great.
And I know that I on paper and even for my where I'm serious though. Yeah. And she says it with a straight face. I'm thinking, so how does that relate to, I don't know. I actually want to lose a couple more pounds. Because
people who don't know anything. People who don't know anything, they just look at your height and your weight and they put it in the computer.
That's right.
And then it spits something out.
Right.
So for example, a friend of mine who was a bodybuilder, he was heavy, right? He weighed a lot.
But he's all muscle.
It was all muscle, and he couldn't get the health insurance or the life insurance or whatever it was because they said he was overweight because he's pretty short, right? And he's got tons of muscle. So on paper, that's like, okay, look, this guy's 5'5" and he weighs, almost 300 pounds.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Shout out to the Napoleon complex.
Yeah, he's a running back. Yeah.
Right, but to say that he's unhealthy, I mean, maybe it is unhealthy to have that much muscle. I don't know, but you can't just plug it into a
5'5".
Whatever he was, right? But the point is, if you plug it into a machine, it's not going to tell you how much fat or how much muscle. Yeah. I think you have to actually look at that, and there's a lot of people right now who are sort of into denying science, in certain areas. And so one of them is like this, where people say, well, science can't tell me that I'm unhealthy.
Denying gravity.
Right, whatever it is.
Gravity a thing.
and anytime somebody like a famous person goes on and does a commercial or goes on a show and says, hey, look, if you're overweight, there's help out there, you could lose weight. Those people get destroyed on the internet. They say, like, how dare you tell people that they're not perfect the way they are?
Yeah. Well, speaking about, let's talk about Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pull that clip up. You saw this one, AD?
Oh yeah. She's hilarious. Oh yeah, I bet.
You seen her at the basketball game?
At the Lakers game. Ass out. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about this for a minute. Jay, what do you think about this? Everything's okay. Whoop! Holy smokes!
That's just too far.
Didn't they have pictures of her on the beach the other day?
All right.
Is that even legal?
That's the whole idea.
Lizzo is feeling good as hell. The truth hurts. singer is making
And she
headlines
shout out to
after
her
sitting
Grammys.
courtside
She
for
won a
the
couple
Los Angeles
Grammys.
Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves game on Sunday
But
night. While the Laker girls performed to her song "Juice," the singer
All
joined
right,
in
so
on
you
the
can
You can stop that.
You can shut
Jay.
up. So here, this brings up all kinds of debate.
Mm-hmm.
So it brings up the debate over the Super Bowl, how everybody was so offended at the Super Bowl, which I thought was one of the best. Oh, I wouldn't say one of the best, but I thought the Super Bowl entertainment at halftime by J-Lo was fantastic. I thought it was great.
Better than Janet Jackson.
I think it was as good for sure. I thought it was as good for sure.
I wanted a titty to pop.
But she's going to an arena dressed like this, and we're supposed to be putting her on a pedestal about it. And by the way, she's a good 90 pounds lighter than Chrissy.
But you gotta think about it though. Lizzo ain't losing no weight no time soon. Now
No.
if she do, Lizzo gonna kill the game. Like if she get thick in all the right places.
Yeah.
But you gotta also think about it. That's just a little something to what she gonna do at the rodeo. Now when she come to the rodeo, oh yeah.
No, for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Like Cardi B.
I mean,
Nah, this gonna be better than Cardi.
you know, if she's on stage doing this at a concert, okay, I get it, it's her concert. But when you go to a basketball game, I
Yeah.
thought I was,
She thirst trapping,
you know,
man.
she's going
If
out.
it was like let's say Kylie Jenner do something like that, she'd be like, who does she think she is?
Yeah.
But if Lizzo does it, like
She-
they're praising her.
She's going after clicks.
So it's
for sure.
It's the Kardashians did it. Y'all wouldn't have a problem with that.
I think if anybody does it, I think it's asinine at a
think
basketball game.
If the Kardashians did it, they'd get talked about more.
In the positive light, they'll be like, "Ooh, look at that ass."
No.
No, I don't think it's right at any. I don't care whose ass it is. I don't think it's right
Yeah.
at a
You
basketball
don't think-
at a basketball
At
game.
a basketball game, okay.
If you're on
'Cause
her
it
dress
has kids,
her
'cause it
dress
has
was
kids.
made that way, right?
Yeah.
She made it that way.
Oh, I thought she just
And
like
then
bent
she
down to pick something
flaunted
up.
it.
No, she cut.
Oh.
She cut the hole
She
out,
cut
bro.
the hole out of the T-shirt. So if she's on stage performing at her concert, then do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
because like the people choose to go there and like look at
For the
that.
kids, I'll give you that for
I
the
do want
kids.
to talk about. You want to talk sexism? Imagine if a man did that. If a man went and did that,
Right.
They'd probably arrest him.
That
and
sure
say
they
that
would.
He was.
Yeah,
you know,
Prince would have never in a
good
million
point.
years done nothing like
Good
that.
point.
That only happens at a concert. I give you that.
yeah.
But see, women are able in this time. Women are able to get away with a lot, though, especially with their sexuality.
Prince had a little ass. But anyway, I think, and she's a good 85, 90, 100 pounds lighter than Chrissy. So,
Not so bad though.
yeah, sure. Fantastic. So, anyway, I thought that was something else there.
Shout out to the Democrats snitching on each other during the debates. That's entertainment, boy. I ain't never seen so many people tell on each other since the
Saw a
first
lot of
48.
memes because of that.
Word, bro.
So
Like
funny.
Bernie Sanders sad. Michael Bloomberg, that little video come out about the little race thing. That was hilarious too. He got exposed.
I mean, Saturday Night Live is loving all this shit.
No, that's why I can't watch that, because they gonna make it lame. They gonna make it lame now. But everybody know for sure now that Donald Sterling and Michael Bloomberg are best friends. Everybody knows.
Did you ever see the clip on the internet with this high school graduate does like 3-4 of the candidates? You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you have to Google. It's pretty good. High school graduation speech.
I don't have time.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, it was pretty good. I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm tired of politics.
I know.
I'm tired of him. But Lizzo, yeah, she's you know, I don't know. What else you guys want to talk about? What else you got? Anybody else got something they want to share? Jay, you doing all right over there?
Oh yeah.
What was it? Oh, everybody's still on the Astros.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Bad.
I saw a TikTok the other. Either it was a TikTok or an Instagram, and these kids are in their basement, down in their basement, they're fucking around, right? And so they have one guy in a catcher's position. He actually had a catcher's mitt down, and then he had another kid like getting ready to bat, and he had a wiffle bat, you know. And there's music behind it. And it's all choreograted. It's choreography to the whole thing. And they have a pitcher, and they have a guy behind the pitcher with like a speed gun, you know, when he had his. And so they start the video, and the batter goes, "Yo, what's he gonna throw?" And he gets ready again, and the guy behind the speed gun and said, "Looks like a fastball." And there's a kid sitting over on the couch over here, and they start playing this music. We will. And he hits the garbage can, and then he gets ready. I thought it was fucking
They
hilarious.
said the Major League Baseball knew about it for couple of years.
And
Didn't do anything about it.
And the MLBPA is they're not really. They said that it's really not supposed to be any hard like consequence for the sign stealing. Like I mean, I ain't the biggest baseball fan, but hell, if you're on second base, your job is to learn how to kind of interrupt the signs.
Sure. If you're
But not with a camera,
yeah,
though.
not with a camera. Yeah. Part of the game is stealing signs.
And the best part was we won the 2017 World Series in 7 games, and the ALCS in 7 games. So it's like barely won. We barely beat the Yankees, and then we barely beat the Dodgers, which for anyone to say that it didn't affect, because that's what that. I didn't want to talk about Jim Crane today, but that guy, right? He wants to pretend that it didn't really make a difference. Like, did you see that interview? He looked like a moron, right? He's up there. He's like, it didn't really change the outcome of the World Series. Right?
And Judge wants Altuve's MVP taken away from him.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he wants that away.
I haven't heard Judge say anything about. Because
Judge, LeBron,
really?
People not even in sport that's talking down on the Astro. But I'm like, LeBron always hated Houston. He ain't never liked Houston. Come on now.
Yeah.
So, but to me, it's crazy. Shout out to the fight tonight on Black History Month. That's Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fighting tonight. That's another thing we can talk about. I saw the little showdown face to face. Now, in Tyson Fury's defense, he said, Deontay was making this a black and white thing. It's not a race thing. It's about fighting for the heavyweight championship. But the devil advocate in me kind of woke up. Because I said, well, damn, if they gave you 2 dates, you didn't look at February and say, you know what?
Yeah, bro, it's a whole month, though. I mean.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if it would have been like March, whatever, some Saturday in March, we don't have no problem. It's just some rematch. And Deontay, I'm speaking for Deontay at this point. Deontay is just a rematch. But you say, I'm gonna fight you on Black History Month,
and then beat you.
and I'm gonna beat you.
But it's a whole month. I don't know. I give him a pass on that one. Now, if it was Black History Day, and he was going to have a fight on, then I'd say yeah.
So when Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya on Cinco de Mayo, that did not make.
Yeah, that was Cinco de Mayo month.
That's Cinco de Mayo, but you even tell me they didn't just give Oscar De La Hoya just a little bit more motivation.
Copy that. Yeah, sure.
That's how I feel about Deontay. I'm like, man, he just might win because it's Black History Month. He can always say he'll just walk in the ring with a coat on and say Black History in the making. But that's kind of like whenever you're playing
sports and then like you have like the home advantage kind of thing. Like obviously you want to win, but
it's a lot of pressure.
Happen.
Yeah, but come on now, you're not gonna want to fight. Like if you're a boxer, you about to try to fight somebody, you gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna beat this bitch up on Black History Month, on her own month. You don't think she ain't gonna feel no type of way? See, think about it.
When he put it like that, did he say that during the?
No, he didn't say
before
that.
The match,
he was probably thinking it.
No, I think he was thinking it because he like, damn, I said I'm gonna knock him out because he did tell him. He said he guaranteed he gonna knock him out in the second round. So I was like, damn.
What if he says that before the fight when they're like getting ready and stuff?
Do they have to put on the show like that whenever they do a little
They gotta, had a little face off, to sell the tickets and shit like that.
Yeah.
But he did say I'm gonna knock him out though, and I'm like, damn.
But he didn't say on your own month.
No, he didn't say on your own month. But if he would have said on your own month, boy, he would have broke headlines. Cause I remember when that shit, Conor McGregor was talking to Floyd, and I was like, boy,
that was the greatest. What do you call it? Promo for how long? Like a year?
A year.
Yeah, man.
That was the greatest promo.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They walked away with how much? $100 million, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and afterwards, he called Floyd a Mexican. You remember that part?
I ain't remember that part.
because basically he was trying to say that Floyd.
Ran around.
Well, yeah, it was like running around like a
Mexican.
Or something like that. And Conor kept insisting that he didn't actually lose. Like he just he could have kept going.
Nah, wasn't that? Yeah, he went. He ran to sleep. That's what he did.
Took a nap.
What's your take on it? I think that Mayweather was just playing. I think Mayweather could have taken him out anytime he wanted to. In my opinion, he was just playing with him because McGregor looked like a little girl up there trying to box.
The longer that they make it last, isn't it better?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I forgot when people figured that out. I think Floyd exposed that rule, which was the longer you keep it going, the more they maximize your check. But I was like, that's a bogus rule because if you knock somebody out and hell, that shit, if that shit go viral,
right.
hell, you gonna make a lot of money doing that. So it's kind of
I just wanted McGregor to throw an elbow and just.
I did too.
You
I
know,
just
or
wanted
a
the
knee,
wrong
like a knee in
hit.
the face or something like that.
I did too, but
That didn't-
that fight, Floyd could have took him out in the 4th round.
I think
5th
so
round.
too. Because McGregor, I mean, he looks like a girl trying to box. I mean, I think he's one of the greatest ever as far as UFC. But when trying to box, I mean, I think Mayweather could have taken him out. Just
But he came back and beat up Donald Cerrone with his shoulders. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did a little shoulder
The
move.
cowboy.
Yeah, and then you had a little race war between Stephen A. and Joe Rogan.
yeah,
but
yeah.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Stephen A. always going at somebody, but hey,
well, he's got to do. That's his stick,
that's
right?
his stick though. And when you the highest commentator on ESPN right now, $8 million.
Yeah, but he's stepping out of his arena. You don't
Yeah,
fuck.
you can't be the expert at every single
You don't
sport,
fuck with Joe
you know?
Rogan, man.
Yeah, you don't fuck
Like
with
Joe Rogan knows one sport, and that's UFC. That's what he knows. And,
Yeah.
and Stephen A. Smith goes in there.
But the Cowboy wasn't supposed to fight Conor McGregor, man. I love Cowboy Cerrone, but it's just some people you don't fuck with. And
But I mean, Cowboy was the shit though back in the day, right?
Man, he had all them fights, but he never had a title. That's what killed me.
Yeah.
So, but this new dude called the Styles Bender. Shout out to Israel. I forgot how to say his name. I did Sonya. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. He's African. So shout out to the middleweight champ. Black History Month.
Bro, what are you gonna do the rest of the other 11 months? What are you gonna do then? Right?
Man,
Wait till February.
wait till February all over again.
But next February is not 29 days. It's a day shorter. So.
You know what?
So, bro, you get Black History Month and
Black
History
Friday.
Month
No, I'm
is
playing.
every
That ain't gonna count.
Huh?
Black History Month is every month. You're
Yeah, it
absolutely
is.
right.
and Valentine's Day. You get both. That's
And
fucking.
Income tax returns. Black people winning in February. I think black people, we just win in February.
That's why y'all pick February.
Know what we chose for income tax return, Valentine's Day, and a good fight. We just good. So you saying Black
This year.
History Month is every day? Every day is Black History?
Yeah.
So it's every day Cinco de Mayo?
No.
Okay. Cause y'all be getting drunk as fuck every day, boy. For real. Able to go to work at 7.
So you had a gig on Valentine's Day.
I did.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Oh man, I put on my little rose collar shirt.
Look at you.
You know, I had on some slim fit pants. I cleaned up that night though.
Uh-huh.
Did you look like Ranch?
I look like ranch.
Yeah.
No, what you mean?
Because you'd be dressing.
Oh yeah, I be. That's a good one. I like that. That was player.
She going after the bag that day,
Yeah,
huh?
she did. No, she was digging in her bag. She was in her bag. That's how you use it, Shell. She was in her bag at the time.
All right.
Oh yeah, you gotta teach him a new word.
Oh, got no free
Teach him
balling.
sus.
Free
balling.
Free balling. Just making sure you just letting the boys loose, no draws on. That's free balling.
Yeah.
Sus.
And now is that gender? Is that
He uses it for
Gender
both
freely?
genders.
Yeah, that's gender neutral.
yeah? Okay.
Okay. Sus.
So Mona, you gonna be free balling sometime this weekend?
Probably not.
No. Jay, how about you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
more
Jay.
of a
yeah.
guy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jay's a
You can
natural
ask
fit
the
for
old
that.
lady. Don't
Yeah.
ask no women that. You
Yeah.
ask the old lady, like, girl, and you can say that to your wife, be like, baby, you free balling in that dress? She be like, just for you. If she say that, you good. So
Right,
that's
right.
all they
And
know.
if
But
she
don't.
doesn't, then you're not.
Nah, it
Yeah.
means it's that time. But
Not gonna-
anyways,
even though it's Black History Night, it's not gonna happen tonight. No.
I ain't trying to put my business out, but I ain't had no luck this whole
Really?
Black History Month.
What?
Even on
Yeah, I
Valentine's
think she
Day?
I think she having a Black History moment of her own.
Uh-oh.
Making a black man hold that.
Really?
Nah, it ain't that.
All right. So the
think-
gig was good.
Yeah, the gig was great. We had a good little house. It was a lot of people in there. It's a lot of single women too. Like I kind of felt bad for them, but when I realized that they all had baby daddies and stuff, I was like, ask your baby daddy call one time just for the one time tonight. We got A-rolls waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? But it was nice making all them people laugh. I told everybody to tip the bartender at least 18%, and this white lady said, "You cheap ass."
Oh wow.
I said, "Yeah, but my girl love it, dog." Yeah, look, man, we cheap. I appreciate being cheap. I don't care.
18% is good.
Yeah, no, because she was making my drinks with attitude. You know how somebody just make you a drink, they slamming the bottle and shit like that.
shit.
But it was fire though. The drink she made was real good. So.
I saw there's like these shots where like you have to slam it and it bubbles up and then you have to drink it right away.
Oh nah.
I don't know what that was, but it looked really cool.
Sake, probably.
No, that was the one where like it's on the chopsticks.
Oh no, I don't know nothing about that.
Monica, why don't you tell everybody what you ate the other day?
Oh, I ate A baby duck.
She ate a baby duck.
A whole baby duck?
And an egg.
Oh.
Balut. That's what it's called.
Balut.
So
Balut
like
eggs.
you like boil it and then you have to crack the top and then you have to drink the juice
Mhm.
and then you
Yeah.
crack all the rest out and then there's like the little fetus and then you just eat it whole. And there's like a yellow part and a white part.
I
and
was
that's
done
like,
when she said
Then you-
fetus.
And you get the yellow slime that comes out of it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to, you know.
eat
Oh,
it
that
as
sound
well
like
as like
crawfish.
the white part too.
So you ate a
Where was
body.
this?
You caught
At
a
my
body.
house.
You just made it?
Yeah, my friend he brought it. It was from Hong Kong market.
We kill them ducks.
And you have to
It was
actually
already
cook
dead.
It? Oh,
Little
shit.
ducks. Was it? Did it kind of like chirp on the way down?
No, but it like I felt it crack when I
Oh my god!
It
That
was
did not
like
sound
the-
like a bencher.
It was like the cartilage or something.
Oh
It wasn't bad though.
my
I'm a
god.
true
Is that kind of like
carnivore.
eating monkey brains while they're
Maybe.
alive?
I wouldn't do that though.
Oh, we can watch a video of that.
No,
No.
we can't.
No.
Now I listen to this. I made a nice little potato salad the other day.
Potato.
Look at you all gangster over there with two phones, by the way.
Wow,
What's
this
One
that?
for the
bro.
plug, one for the hose.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
No, I can't. Don't say that out loud. You're gonna get me cut.
Do the let's do some of that. Yeah. So, gangster, two phones. We'll get into that. We're gonna talk, oh yeah, so I made this nice little potato salad. I did a trio appetizer. Not like I made it, but let's see if I can turn that on. And two of them were tartars, and one of them was a miniature potato salad with a nice light vinaigrette with Osetra caviar on top of it. She wouldn't try that. She wouldn't try Osetra caviar on a petite baby potato salad, but she'll eat a fucking dead duck.
That's odd.
I mean, a little bird, a thing, in an egg, and then drink the yellow slime, bro. I was offended.
That is a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right, Jay?
I wouldn't have never thought that of her.
Huh? Right?
Right?
But we did eat some of that stuff at that Chinese restaurant we went to.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah, that was all great.
that was just normal food. That was like sushi and stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to sushi.
Oh, that was
Wait.
I don't
with
like caviar.
squid and what
Oh,
else
yeah,
we
sure,
ate.
we had
I eat traditional rolls. I'm not about to do that extra shit. Just eat a
I
straight
don't like
fish.
whenever I eat sushi, I don't like it raw. I like it cooked.
Oh no, you don't like a raw roll?
Mm-mm.
I love a little raw roll.
Would you eat the duck?
I don't think so. I mean, I had a.
I see you eating everything.
I
Too.
mean, I do. I would eat just. I would eat just.
It
about
actually
anything.
didn't taste bad at all.
So I would. I guess. I
Yeah.
try. Is
I'm
it,
glad I did it, but I wouldn't do it again.
is it seasoned like soy sauce? Or
No.
something? No.
Oh,
Just eat it.
no, I'm cool.
It doesn't need seasoning.
When you get to the yellow slime part, I was done. But anyway,
I just got into euros. I'm gonna chill after that. You gotta be careful who you get a fucking euro from, cause not everybody cook their lamb all the way.
yeah, copy
you know?
that. Man,
Yeah.
I'm kind of skeptical about that, so, especially stuff you see on the street, you know. And that's,
Oh, no,
that
don't
you,
fuck with
you
that.
don't know how long them sticks have been standing up there. Our guest is running late. Monica, is that it or what?
I think so. Yeah.
So we got one more clip here. Did you guys watch the Daytona 500?
Black people don't watch NASCAR.
They don't.
No, they don't.
Isn't there any black drivers?
They're
There must
coming
be.
around. They're coming around. They made Black History this month. I didn't see it though.
Really? Which one of them?
I was gonna make a joke, but I better. Not. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'll have to ask
No,
you
you're in
after.
a safe. You're in a safe space.
No, I have to talk
No
to-
one's gonna judge you.
I gotta talk to AD after
no,
and
no.
see
He
if it's.
probably will talk to me after the show.
I want to see if it's okay.
Just say.
I want to figure out how to make it. You know, I think it's kind of funny, but I may say it wrong. I just don't understand comedy.
Well, we can work through it together.
What happened? Did we lose it?
It glitched. Yeah.
What glitched?
Did we lose the whole thing?
Yeah. I saw a glitch too.
It did it twice. I like tried to recover it and it recovered and then it glitched.
But
again.
we'll have to use Jay's. You have to take Jay's recording.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Man.
We got
Well, I remembered everything I said. We could run through it one more time.
I don't.
Jay. We can take your recording, right?
Yeah.
Because her computer
Yeah.
just fucked
Oh,
up.
it's outside.
Good thing Jay's here.
All
All
right,
right, so
let's do this clip real quick. This is fucking unbelievable. The guy's in first place.
Big run. Denny put the block on him. Great job not causing a wreck on that block.
White flag under green.
Oh, good.
This flag will
He avoided
end
a
the
wreck.
race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around,
No
still
caution
green.
yet.
He should slam the brakes right now.
Green, and here they come.
Just take everybody else out.
Blaney.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I got the wrong clip.
Ryan Newman trying to get him to Hamlin.
Oh, we're just gonna go with it.
I think
though.
this was it. This is it.
Coming here.
Look at those guys going 250 miles an hour.
Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny.
There you
Hamlin.
go. Here it
Oh,
comes.
this thing's not over
Look
yet.
at that.
You gotta give him a little
Not at
nudge.
all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up
Here
the
they come.
outside.
Watch,
Crashed
watch.
Into the wall, into the air.
Oh, he
Goes
got blocked
Newman.
out by that thing.
Upside
Those.
down.
Look at it. And he's on top of his head forever.
On his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line.
Did he cross at 5 or 6?
That thing was
Yeah,
airborne.
he still finished at it.
Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and
Yeah, score
Blaney
4.
as far as who crossed the finish line first.
Oh shit!
Did this
Look
guy
at
even
all that.
cross?
Look at the gas. Look at the gas pouring out of there.
That's not gas, is it?
Yeah.
Why isn't it not on fire? Oh, these guys decided to show
I wish
up.
they'd show the. But that thing was airborne.
So did he cross the line or
Came
what?
down, was hit by
Boy,
a
they
car
taking their
and
damn
lost
time.
Yeah, I know.
They need more younger, active rescue people.
No, it's a union job probably.
safety team is there
Alright.
quickly.
The other people, they know they ain't gonna have
Look
a
at,
wreck.
they have no idea what to fucking do, right? They just.
And this guy's like, he's not concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, he won.
Denny
Anyway,
Hamlin,
that was crazy. And the dude walked out of the hospital 2 days later. He walked
no
out.
scratches.
Yeah,
year in a row.
I thought it was weird because he was
Third time
he had his socks on. You know, he had he didn't have any shoes on. But anyway,
Nobody better not talk shit about no black person not doing no sportsmanship. Cause I would have ran my ass over there and checked up on them. But his ass is stunting.
yeah. No, it's true. It's true. It's but to his to his credit though is probably what but see he bumped him and kept on going. So he didn't know what kind of accident happened behind him, right?
Right.
But I guess he probably saw. He had to have
Well,
seen
he
it.
knew something happened.
Right.
I mean,
But he didn't know the guy was.
That was poor
He didn't know the
sportsmanship.
guy was like 10 feet up in the air with a with a car and
it's part of the job. I
later
guess.
on. No, but I mean, so anyway, to his credit, but or to give him a break anyway. But anyway, the dude walked out. He walked out of the hospital with his little girls and in his. He didn't have his shoes on. And did you notice that? You notice that, AD?
I didn't see that part. Shout out to baby Jesus.
All right, brother. So, AD, anything else you want to pitch here before we? I was going to talk about Boy Scouts, but I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for another. Were you a Boy Scout,
Yeah, of
Aaron?
course.
I thought you were. Were you a Boy Scout?
Hell no.
Jay was a Boy Scout.
Jay, were you was a Boy Scout?
Yeah, so
Oh, shit.
I was never a Boy
Y'all
Scout.
will never be shit till y'all make cookies.
Well, they're going bankrupt. You know that, right?
Word?
There's some bad shit going on now.
How a non-profit organization go bankrupt?
Right? You know how much money is out there? I don't know how they're going bankrupt. You heard this story, right?
No, I don't know.
It's all
I don't
over the
know.
news right now
Really?
because everything they're doing to little boys. Yeah,
What?
it's
Oh, I heard about that.
yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Scouts? I had no
Kinda like-
idea.
So we can go to another.
They have rules against that, though.
I mean,
I knew
stop
something
them.
was up when you get those guys that are 50 years old wearing those short shorts and the tie and the uniform. I know
And then
that's a
they want
fucking
the
problem.
little boys to wear it too.
And they have socks, and you know. So I knew there's
Oh,
something
a
up.
large $20 million judgment, huh? That's a lot of money.
In Oregon.
Wow, he's almost a scoutmaster.
Yeah. So
It's a real shame.
but anyway, we'll catch that next show. But before we go, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. And Jay, if you can help me out with that, the Texas Beef Council. Actually, no, we're not going to talk about Texas Beef Council
Yeah, I thought
anymore.
they ditched
Yeah,
us.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about them
We don't eat
anymore.
beef. Beef
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. Go
Eat
to
more
chicken.
chicken,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Scafia School of Culinary Arts. If you want to
Go to
Chick-fil-A.
chicken.
Scafia School of Culinary Arts, if you want an online education, I don't care where you are in the country, you could be working or doing whatever, you could still get your education. Go to the Scafia School of Culinary Arts. That's super cool. And also Aceway Incorporated. They're amazing people. They will clean anything, whether you're in an office building or kitchens or wherever. They will take good care of you. And I also am very proud to say we have a new sponsor, and that's drdelicacy.com.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah, DR Delicacy.
They're
Marty,
your
I-
one-stop shop for black truffles
for everything.
and truffle honey.
Oh,
Honey.
Yeah.
I like
He's
the
a sponsor
emphasis
now?
on black.
yeah.
Yeah, how about
Jay,
that?
I
Yeah.
sent it to
Yeah,
you.
we sent it to you, bro. You didn't put it up on the screen.
Oh, I thought it was for
Yeah, it was
this.
for-
Well, it's for the next one, yeah. But DR
Oh, I thought it
Delicacy.
was part of the show.
So look, this is the deal. I want y'all to go to drdelicacy.com and go there and look at all the amazing products they have. It's fucking unbelievable. If you like great food, go check them out and order some. We order from them all the times with truffles or caviar or honey or you name it, they have it, and it's pretty super cool. And they're good people, so go there and go buy some stuff. All right, that's at the end of the show. Hey, by the way, AD, you want to pitch something while we're here?
Any shout outs?
You got something coming up other than Black History Month? We're over that already, bro.
No, it's not over.
Not
until
over yet.
February
I
is
got
over.
next Saturday is my last
Is it?
day of Black History.
Is it next Saturday the last? So we have to
Yeah.
hear this about this one more time.
No, you're not gonna be here. Oh man,
Shit.
I was gonna try to find the first Blaxican.
All right, so go ahead. What you got any shows coming up you want to tell people about?
Not at all. I have no shows coming up, but y'all get ready to be on the lookout for my music video.
All right.
I got one pulling up on y'all hopefully in a week or so. Other than that, follow AD Hodge on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm gonna put up a TikTok. I'm gonna try to put
There you
up
go,
a
bro.
TikTok.
I'm telling you, man.
You can premiere your
Got
video
tired
on this
shit.
show.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
I will do that. And whether they say it,
We'll play your music video.
whether they love y'all or not, I just want to let y'all know, AD love y'all big girls. Roll with me.
Hey, I wasn't hating on them. I just say I'm concerned about them. That's all I said. I'm concerned about them.
Concerned about them in the bed. Don't
No. Well, that too, man. I would be concerned.
when they on their
Us little
deathbed.
guys have to be careful. But anyway, y'all, hey, listen, I appreciate you guys listening to this show. And remember, we have another show, and that's The Recipe Celebrity Secrets. So go search that show and download that. And 'cause that's a separate show. So go, and we have some really cool stuff over there. So remember, you're especially great. Get off your ass and do something today. See you next time.